Good afternoon. So one of the things about the pandemic, one of the few silver linings there's been, was the little beer festivals. Occasionally Lidl do, they're kind of like special on a Thursday, will be to have some guest beers in store. And at the beginning of the pandemic, you'll all remember very well when we'd been stuck in for kind of like 4 or 5 weeks, when actually going to the shops itself was fraught because you weren't aware of what the rules were, how often you could go, what you could buy, what were essential goods, all that. Well, Lidl were having, they had a beer festival around about April. Load of guest beers in, all of which I'd never seen before, never tried before. But there was one in particular, and it was called Brave Hop by a brewery called Loch Lomond. And it was strong stuff, it's 6%, no, I'm usually somewhere between 4 and 5% is the beer that I like. And normally kind of like golden ales, things like that, but this was like an IPA, and because we'd all been stuck in, I just got like literally every beer in the beer festival. Was sending pals of mine photos of the till belt with like 16 beers on it. And anyway, a couple of my mates did it as well, and it just kind of like, it lifted the gloom just a little, because it was, try something new, try something different. Well, the Brave Hop at 6%, I decided I was going to look at what this stuff was, and I looked for a review of it, and there was a review by a guy called Paul's Beer Reviews, which I've since stuck with and watched. He's really good. He's kind of like, his delivery and everything's right up my street, and frankly he's inspired me to start talking about it a bit and mix up my taste a bit more. Well, Loch Lomond beers, they were back in Lidl's around about 4 or 5 months later. The Brave Hop was stunning stuff, by the way, it was lovely, but at 6% you've got to kind of like treat it with kid gloves a bit, you've got to be careful with it. But the return of the Loch Lomond beers, they had another beer in, there was absolutely gorgeous as well, and one that's since become my favourite beer called Zoom Time. So if you go on Loch Lomond's website and try and buy some, it directs you to a company called Flavourly. And I've used Flavourly a couple of times now in the last couple of months to order my beers. And so I was looking on their website the other day, and it was kind of like 42 quid for 24 Loch Lomond beers. 6 different types of beer. It's not kind of like ridiculously special offer, but it's cheap enough for a tight ass like me to get involved. So I ordered one, and I thought I'd do a quick unboxing and show you what's in here, and show myself what's in here. So from Flavourly, when you order from them, and I think it's the same from what I've seen for a lot of beer firms, they send you a magazine to have a read of, and this is the End of October magazine. It's about British Heritage IPA, and it's Flavourly's and McCall's team up to pay tribute to great British brewing and ingredients. I'll have a flick through, don't mind reading about stuff like that. They send you a bar snack, this is a corn-based salt and vinegar bar snack, which I think is just kind of like a little sample to try and get you to order this stuff from whomever. I tried some with my last box that came through a few weeks ago, which was a smaller box, I've got to be honest, it wasn't 24 beers, I know that much. And they were okay. I don't know if they'll ever replace crisps in my bar snack heart, but here's the 6 beers in this Loch Lomond box. So there's 4 of each, equaling 24 beers. The first one of which is Brave Hop, the one I mentioned. It's an IPA, it's 6%. It is absolutely lovely stuff, but you've really got to go easy on You know, 2 or 3 of them, and you know you've had them. Well, I do anyway, a bit of a lightweight. The next one, which I've had before as well, was in the Lidl Beer Festival. The last one is called Lost in Mosaic. It's 5%, and it did remind me quite a bit of the Brave Hop. It's less a percentage, but the flavour in it, it's got lovely, lovely flavours again. I'm looking forward to trying that again. The other one, which I've previously mentioned as well, is Zoom Time. This is 4.5%. It's they call it a Session New England IPA. Hints of pineapple, everything. This stuff is absolutely glorious. It's stunning. I love it. And to have another 4 cans of it to go through over the next couple of weeks, yeah, I'm really pleased about that. So the other 3 beers in here I haven't tried before, but we're just going to have a quick look at them now, and then I'll probably give them a mention on the weekend and see how we get on. There's one called Southern Summit, which is an American Pale Ale, 4%. The guy, this was, I believe, in the last Lidl Beer Fest, but I don't know if I got there too late or something. I didn't pick it up. I would have done had it have been on the shelf when I was in there. But it's had, people speak very highly of it. Again, it's at only 4%. You think to yourself, well, is it going to be kind of like bland or whatever? I don't know, I doubt it. But I'll do one of these early on the weekends. It'll be like first of the day on Friday or Saturday, whichever way I decide to do it. And we'll see how we get on with that. The next one is Bonnie and Blonde. Again, a pale ale, 4%. So that'll probably be second of the day on Friday or Saturday, and I'll talk you through that as well. I mean, the one thing that you get from Loch Lomond on all their cans, and particularly, again, this one, they've really put some thought into their artwork and marketing. I like it. I like the way it looks. Maybe I'll bore you to death on it again. Finally, now this is, again, probably the best artwork of the lot actually, is Silky Stout. It's an oatmeal stout, 5%. And the artwork on that is lovely. I'm going to, one of the evenings, either Friday, I'm going to have a couple of light beers, the pale ales. The other evening, I'm going to go with the stout. I can't mix and match that. And I've got a couple of beers in the fridge that I want to try with the stout, because they'll probably be, better to drink kind of ales. Shout out to a really good pal of mine, Matthew Baldwin, who kindly dropped these round to me the other week. I haven't had the chance to try them yet, but one of them, again, is from Lidl's. It's from their Haverwood range, which is their craft beer range. It's winter special ale. Lidl's Haverwood beers, they're solid. They're good stuff. I've had their golden ale. I like that. Their green gecko's really nice. They're, as far as price goes, you can't go wrong, because they're anywhere between like £1.09 and £1.30 a bottle. I mean, they're 500ml bottles. There's enough in there. The next one is Hogsback Brewery Company. This is a 4.4% Advent Ale. So you're expecting kind of like clove, cinnamon, stuff like that in both these, in the winter special and the Advent Ale maybe. I don't know. I haven't tried them. I haven't seen anything about them yet. So watch this space. But hopefully on Friday or Saturday or both, we'll get a fire going out the back. I'll sit down, relax at the end of what has already been a very busy week in work. I'm sure everyone else is busy and feeling the strain a bit with Christmas approaching and the lockdown blues, etc., etc. We don't need to harp on about that, but you'll all be aware of what I mean. Hey, listen, looking forward to sharing the experience of these with you, and thanks very much for watching. Cheers.